There is with us Cryptonews. This is another guy that deals with our community. He deals with real economics, actually economic markets, and with the crypto market. And if you want Cryptonews to speak, Manos Griparis has the speech. The microphone is for you. Mano, you can speak if you like and introduce yourself here.
Hello everyone, I'm Manos Griparis. I'm the social media team lead of Cryptonews.com for 7 countries. Also, I'm managing Cryptonews Greece. I present the videos in the social media channels. About trading, in 2024, I was actually the top performing trader on eToro. At once, in around November, I had around 450% performance after Trump won the elections, and the year ended with 250% performance. Today we have the thing with the Trump tariffs that is going to be announced in one hour and a half. So as you saw, the economy is a bit down over the last 3 months. And of course, this mainly has to do with tariffs because Trump has his own issues about the US debt. But as you see, after November, for example, we had a drop in US stocks. Actually, after December, let's say, after mid-December, Bitcoin actually was not so much affected compared to the stock, but it was affected because we had a peak over 100,000 and now we are at $86,000. And in order to compare it with the US stocks, the US stocks, if you can imagine, they had like today the Nasdaq 100 is at $19,450, and this was the number that it had in September. But about Bitcoin, actually today Bitcoin that has $86,000, this was the price that it had after Donald Trump was elected in mid-November. So the US stocks were affected mostly compared to Bitcoin. And of course, for anyone investing in altcoins, you see that if we compare a year-to-year performance, we see that most of the altcoins right now have a minus in their yearly performance. But of course, we expect to see what will happen with the tariffs. The good point is that since yesterday we saw a rise in Nasdaq 100. So this means that this is going well. And we didn't expect that, to be honest. I was expecting that Bitcoin and Nasdaq stocks would drop, because actually they go together. If you see this, since 2021, US stocks and Bitcoin are going almost together. So we saw a recovery since yesterday, although Donald Trump hasn't announced his tariffs, because this is going to be announced in 1 hour and a half, as we said. So we will see how the market responds, because there are definitely going to be a lot of tariffs in several industries, or Trump might keep it to minimum. We don't know. Definitely the automotive section will be affected in companies like Tesla. I have friends in USA that are buying cars those days because they expect that the prices will go up. So this actually was affecting positive the stocks. If you see, we had prices increases in stocks like Tesla today. But definitely we're going to see it, I think after mid-April, the market is going to be more stable, because in April 13th, you can mark the date, the European Union is going to announce the counter tariffs against US companies. So let's say that there is something like a small trade war, but eventually we all hope that this is going to finish, because Trump made the same thing to his previous 4 years. So we expect this to finish, and eventually we will see what will happen in autumn and winter, and what is going to happen with Bitcoin, because we expect the 4-year cycle to reach to a peak maybe, and we're going to have a crypto winter. We're going to see about this. I need to make a video for Cryptonews Greece because we're waiting for Trump tariffs. I hope that I can accept any questions first, and so that let's say that I will. If you have any questions first, so because I will need to
leave.
Not stay for too long. Yeah.
Okay, no problem, Manos. What do you think actually regarding to the crypto market? I think it's the worst bull market that we have seen in the whole crypto history. And I see that of what they used to say that 500 days after the halving, we always see the absolute top of the bull market. I see that this has been extended, and probably because of the macroeconomics and because of all this political uncertainty, we might see a delay that will postpone this absolute top into 2026. And what is your opinion regarding this, since we speak about now the prices?
That's a good question. First of all, Bitcoin is reaching the peak every 4 years, and then it goes to the crypto winter. And the peak is usually between November and January. I mean, this year's November and January. But now, of course, the market is different because several companies, investors, and even countries are buying Bitcoin. So MicroStrategy has more Bitcoin, and Michael Saylor is crazy, he's going to keep it. Countries have more Bitcoin. BlackRock, Vanguard, and several big companies are creating Bitcoin ETFs. So the market is different, and we don't know if this crypto winter kind of is going to be the same as the previous. But if we look over the last, let's say, all the previous cycles, we had some good seasons where, for example, in 2013, 2017, and well, to be honest, people should understand that when an asset is rising over 1 trillion, then the number of people holding that asset is way too much compared to the total population that is actually investing on this planet. And the same thing happens with stocks. For example, stocks that surpassing 3 trillion, like Microsoft, Apple, and we saw this with Nvidia. It's not rising like it used before. So the good timing to buy an asset is like between when it has like some dozens of billions, let's say like 10 to 15 billions and above. This is the same like with stocks and cryptos. Well, with some actual differences, but anyway. So this is a good period to buy an asset with the potential to reach hundreds of billions or more than 1 trillion. So we should not expect the big performances that Bitcoin had, because right now it has 1.7 trillion. So this is one fact to keep in mind. And the other thing is that if we look in the previous cycle, in 2021, we should remember that Bitcoin had a peak in around April with $57,000, and suddenly it made a drop, and the bottom price was in June with 35,000. But then it gained a very good peak. It was a good buying opportunity, and in November it went to around $65,000 in November 2021. So in this period we had the Trump tariffs, we had not having the tax rate cut. So this affects the market, both the stocks and the cryptos, because people are actually investing in both. So that is why the Bitcoin price has dropped instead of rising. But if we look at every 4-year elections of the US president, we see that the Bitcoin is always rising after the elections. So we expect that during the year, definitely the Bitcoin price can increase.
Okay, thanks a lot for your time and for your participation here.